What's up, Kings fans? I'm back in the film room, and I figured I'd take a look at what we saw from the Kings offense since we saw our first glimpses of regular season action last night against the Wolves. I just pulled a handful of clips that kind of caught my eye, and overall I thought there were really a lot to like on both sides of the ball. It's a tough loss, and obviously there are no excuses, but you're playing one of the best teams in the league who already has a game under their belt, while the Kings are also working some guys back from injuries, installing a lot of new wrinkles, and also guys just getting acclimated with one another. Anyways, let's just go ahead and dive right in. The Kings initiate a lot of their offense with this ball exchange up top. Here it's Fox and DeMar, then DeMar swings it back to Fox while Domas comes and goes to ball screen up top. On the weak side, Huerter is setting this back pick for DeMar to cut off of, and after that ball screen, Domas comes and sets another one for Huerter, so it's some screen the screener action. Huerter curls off of it, gets downhill, draws two, and leaves it off for Sabonis. It feels like the Kings are making a point of emphasis on having Sabonis initiate more 5-out sets from beyond the arc. Normally you'd see him operate in this elbow or high post area where the team would run their splits off of. Last night the Kings only had 10 elbow touches as a team. Instead we have Sabonis bring the ball up here to flow right into a DHO with DeMar. Domas flips the screen and DeMar gets a good look at the mid-range, he just doesn't hit. They get into their 5-out set out of their delay series here. DeMar goes and sets a pin down for Keegan to set up some zoom action. And if the Wolves or whoever are just going to put a bigger guy like Randall on Keegan, the Kings should always make them pay by having them chase Keegan off screens like these. Here it forces a late switch, and you love seeing Keegan look for his midi right here. We saw some empty side screening action between Fox and DeMar too, where they'll just kind of play off of each other. Here Fox attacks all of that open space, gets into the paint, and creates enough separation for this jumper. This time DeMar does set that screen, they get the switch, but nothing is there, so Sabonis just flashes to the elbow. Again, they don't really create much here, but this is the kind of experimenting and creativity you like to see early in the season. Sacramento didn't generate enough 3-point attempts last night, and I know that there's some worried about the shot diet of the team as a whole, but Mike Brown mentioned post-game how he thought the team just kind of missed opportunities to hit open guys at times, especially out of advantage situations, and I have to agree with him. This is the 45 horn set that we saw introduced last season, actually was also against the Timberwolves ironically. Nickeil Alexander-Walker kind of gets like pancake blocked here, so you're just playing 5-on-4. Fox gets into the paint, skips it to Trey, and that pass just has to get to Malik here right away. I get Dante's closeout kind of plays both, but a quicker decision from Trey here gives you a wide open corner 3 from one of your best shooters. Fox can generate a paint touch out of nothing quickly and easily, so here it's basically a straight line drive into the paint, and he loses the ball in what would have almost certainly been another wide open corner 3 with Lynn setting that exit screen for Lyles, just a bit of a tough break. The Wolves' length also makes things a lot tougher. I like Keegan attacking this aggressive closeout and getting into the paint where Fox is open on the weak side with Lynn kind of shielding his man off. But Keegan just doesn't know if there's a window to get that pass there, and it's understandable with how long and active they are in passing lanes. It's important to remember that this is one of the best defenses in the league. Monk hits Sabonis on the roll here, but the low man and Randall comes all the way over. Domas probably gets fouled here, but this is a tough attempt to take with DeMar basically wide open in the corner. And people are going to say, well, it's DeRozan, but a wide open corner 3 is a shot that you pretty much want any NBA player to take, and they should make it. When Fox was out of the game, we saw DeMar create more out of this double drag set, and DeRozan's patience is just incredible, man. Just stop on 2 feet, wait a second, and throw in a little fake or two, and let the defender fly by. Same set here, and DeRozan gets into the paint, where he definitely could shoot this, but instead draws Naz Reid in and kicks to Keegan for a good look from distance. The Kings ran this set in the second half where they put Huerter at the top of the key with Sabonis in the weak side corner. And the guard screen at the top kind of causes some confusion, and Gobert is forced to help, so that leaves Sabonis open in the corner, and some are saying that he's the best shooter in the league right now. They don't even get into their action here, but again you have Sabonis in that weak side corner with Keegan on the strong side. Fox can just attack to his left here since most teams aren't going to help a strong side corner, especially against someone like Keegan. Gobert doesn't jump, and this is just a beautiful scoop finish from Fox. This time Fox enters it to Huerter, calmly gambles, so Huerter just uses his size to get into the paint and flips this one in. Another entry to Huerter, this time a give and go, and Fox turns on the Jets. A good lead pass from Kevin, and this is why you shouldn't help off of Keegan right here. This is that 45 or high horn set again. DiVincenzo is the low man and doesn't really rotate over much, but Fox still lasers this to Keegan in the corner for a quick and very minimal dip from Keegan. Same set, this time Fox comes off to his right and drops it off to Sabonis, who splits to drop and help defenders for a finish. Fox is obviously going to be most effective getting downhill, and this sideline out of bounds play the Kings have loved to run under Mike Brown has really always utilized it. It's just 5-out zoom action for Fox to come downhill while going to his left. Here he makes Dante chase him off the action, and he pulls Nasrid up and opens up the lob to Alex Len. Not surprising, but the synergy between DeMar and Domas is already great. It felt like every time Sabonis got inside position or a mismatch that he could take advantage of, DeMar would recognize it and really look for him. Down the stretch, it did feel like DeMar forced a bit, but the Kings also didn't do him any favors. First of all, kind of a wild lineup with 7 minutes to go in the game. You kind of need DeMar to be your creator here, but not in this exact setting. An early offense ISO against McDaniels, who's one of the best perimeter defenders in the league, probably isn't the way to go. You could have easily had someone like Monk initiate and run DeMar off some off-ball actions to try and create a switch, or at least an advantage. Last thing I want to show, but this is one of the few times the Kings played off the elbow, and this is the elbow series I talked about in my last video. So Sabonis operates from the high post while the staggers are set for Keegan in the corner. Keegan rejects it and backdoors, Fox twirls off looking for a handoff, and the Wolves kind of overplay everything, and on the second backdoor, Monk gets free and Sabonis hits him in stride where he gets fouled. Anyways, as always, thank you guys for watching and supporting the channel, and I'll see you all next time.